So what do you know, guys? Another green day for Nvidia stock, continuing the string of green days that we've been seeing. And the beautiful thing is, this was in the midst of a red day for the stock market where all the indexes went down, the VIX went up, we had a push to the safe haven assets like gold and silver. And this was after we got worse numbers than expected from CPI, hotter inflation than expected, and the unemployment claims came in, I think, 30,000 higher than the estimate. So, guys, Nvidia, in the face of a rough day for the stock market, did very well. And we have to break down the charts, what I'm looking to do, and of course, some news that we got regarding Blackwell, their next generation AI chip. So, guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and snag up to 15 free stocks from Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And for now, your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, that's a no-brainer. So again, check out the link down below, pinned in the comment section, or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. And guys, I got another energy drink here, which I drank a Celsius the other day. I felt like I was on some kind of drug, man. That stuff is so strong. And I went to Vitamin Shop today, and they had these dollar, energy drinks. I was like, man, I got to try these. So, yeah, we're back on the energy drinks for now. I'm going to stop buying these after the 2 or 3 that I bought. But cheers, guys. Let's talk about what's going on here. So, Nvidia stock sold off a bit in the pre-market. We got down to about $131 per share. We dumped off aggressively, actually, right after we got the CPI data. You guys can see right here, if I zoom in a little bit, we were right at about 133 before 8:30 a.m. Boom, we got the CPI data, unemployment claims. Then we got down to about $130 per share. And then we did the opposite of what we did yesterday, right? Yesterday morning, we ran in the pre-market, then we dumped that open. Well, today, again, we did the opposite. We dumped in the pre-market, and then we ran at open. You guys can see Nvidia got to about, 135 today? Yeah, so we opened up at about 131. Then by midday, before midday, we got to $135 per share, so we ran up around 3%. Then we coasted at 135 for pretty much the rest of the day. You guys can see that right here. So with that move today, guys, we took out the highs, not by much, but we did take out the intraday highs from yesterday and the pre-market high from yesterday, where I think we hit almost $135 per share. So, guys, the uptrend is continuing. What a beautiful thing, right? Looking so good here on the charts, and, it's continuing. The uptrend on the 5-day, 5-minute is looking strong. And you guys know I bought the breakout at about $130 per share here on Nvidia, and I'm in from a lower price as well. I started buying at 90, 95, bought a little more at 105, $100 in that ballpark, and I bought more on the breakout, which you guys might think that's crazy. I don't know, but I think we're going all-time highs this year, and maybe even higher. I mean, at this point, we're only $5 away from all-time highs, and you can see on the 4-hour chart, if I pull this up, we're getting pretty dang close, guys. If I draw these lines out, we can see the only real resistance between us and all-time highs is $137 roughly, which is where we peaked out at in the beginning of July. So I'm thinking, guys, we're going to run through that point. Maybe, probably not tomorrow. Maybe, you never know. But I'm thinking at some point next week, we crack through 137 and make that final push to all-time highs. And who knows, man? Who knows what happens at all-time highs here at 141? Do we break through that and just rip all the way to 150? That's possible too. Or do we cool off a little bit after the all-time high? Time will tell. But at this point, directionally, we're bullish. Nobody's denying that. We're breaking out here as of the last couple of trading days. And not to toot my own horn, but did we not call that out? Did I not talk about that for days and weeks heading up to the breakout. We were calling it out. I noticed the price action looked very similar to what we saw here in March heading into May, and then we broke out at that time, right? We ripped all the way to 140. I saw the similarities in the price action. Now we're doing the same thing again. We're breaking out, and to be honest, like I said, all-time highs this year. I see it happening, and maybe a push towards 150 even. That's in the cards. I mean, look, at this point, we still have 2.5 months, more than that, of trading, and, the chart looks really good. Anything is possible with Nvidia stock in the short term. So let me show you guys some news here regarding Blackwell. Let me pull this up. By the way, guys, hit that like button on this video and make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 40,000 subs. We're so close. I can taste it, guys. So Nvidia's Blackwell AI processors are sold out for the next 12 months. Nvidia executives say production of the company's next generation AI processors, called Blackwell, is progressing on schedule, and that the product is sold out for the next 12 months. And we'll talk about, it looks like here, an analyst is saying Nvidia stock is nearing a buying point. I mean, it's been at a buying point, when it was under $100, right around $100. We'll talk about that here in a second. But coming down a little bit, let's see here. Nvidia CEO and members of his management team provided the reassuring guidance in meetings with investment bank Morgan Stanley, and the commentary highlighted the magnitude and length of the accelerated computing runway. Morgan Stanley analyst Joseph Moore said in a client note. He also said, quote, "Every indication from management is that we're still early in a long-term AI investment cycle." He said, "The clear view continues to be that we are set up for an exceptionally strong 2025, end quote there. And Moore reiterated his overweight or buy rating on Nvidia stock with a price target of $150 per share. Further, Nvidia stock is his top pick among semiconductor companies. I mean, isn't it for everybody? I don't know what company you could have above Nvidia at this point, but yeah, Morgan Stanley's bullish. Pretty much every analyst that I'm looking at is bullish. I mean, it's rare to find a bearish analyst on Nvidia stock here. Let's see here. It looks like we have some other obviously bullish analysts here. It looks like Nvidia stock is approaching a buy point of $140 out of a 17-week consolidation pattern, according to IBD Market Surge charts here. Elsewhere on Wall Street, Evercore talking too fast, guys. What am I saying? It's the stupid energy drink, man. Stay off these energy drinks, guys. I'm too hyped up right now. But elsewhere on Wall Street, Evercore ISI analyst Mark Lapakis, he maintained his outperform rating on Nvidia stock with a price target of $150. All right, looks like that is kind of the consensus price target at this point. He also said there were positive takeaways away from Nvidia's AI Summit in Washington, D.C. this week, which we talked about earlier in the week. In a keynote presentation at the Nvidia AI Summit on Tuesday, Bob Pett, Nvidia's Vice President and General Manager of Enterprise Platforms, highlighted how Nvidia accelerated computing is transforming industries like healthcare, cybersecurity, and manufacturing. So we're not going to get too deep into that. We already talked about it earlier this week. But yeah, guys, Blackwell is going to be big and bigger than people are expecting. And Nvidia is, well, very good at, pitching their products and making the supply seem, very suppressed, if you will. It seems like, again, they're sold out for the next 12 months. Could they really jack up their production? They probably could, and make a ton more, but I don't know. Their business strategy, the way they pitch this, is just amazing. It's great compared to other companies, no doubt, and they really do make the best products. They do. They're in China. They're crushing it in China. I mean, sure, the Chinese government is trying to get Nvidia out, make the local companies buy from Huawei, other chip makers, whatever it may be. But Yeah, Nvidia, the superior product always wins at the end of the day, guys. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run those likes up. Make sure to subscribe. And if you're interested, check out the Patreon where I'm building out my Patreon portfolio. You guys see all the moves in there, all the buys, sales, how we're doing compared to the S&P 500, which, guys, this year we're crushing the S&P 500. So check it out. Link down below. There's also a Discord. I post my charts and ideas throughout the week, and you get more access to me throughout the trading week on Patreon. Again, link down below, pinned in the comment section. And with that being said, cheers. I got to stop drinking these, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.